So you're in your spiritual journey. Maybe you got some tarot cards or a pendulum. Maybe you just want to channel messages and you don't know if you are receiving messages from the divine or from other things. Stay tuned. I got you, because this is what this video is all about, and it's going to be fun because at the end I have a quick little pickup pile just to get a little more specific on where it's affecting you. Okay, so blessings and peace. I am Moon Goddess Celine. Hello for all of you that are here. So we're going to talk about how to properly shield yourself, actually how to properly channel, okay? And these messages I did receive. I do have to give a shout out here to Arc Angel Gabriel. That's who I received these messages from. That's who came through, okay? So I do have them written down here just to make sure that I don't, F it up here. So basically, he broke it down to 5 things that you need to do in order to make sure that you are channeling correctly and that you are speaking with the right frequency, okay? So the first things first is meditate. Yes, I know. I know. It's not the easiest thing to incorporate into your daily life. I get it. And they don't expect for you to do wonders and sit there for, 3 hours and just yes, that would be the best, most effective way to meditate and to receive good downloads. But there are a couple of different ways that you can still meditate, okay? First of all, let's talk about why it's important to meditate. So pretty much it's the reason why it's important is because it allows you to quiet your mind. If your mind is running, if you just pick tarot up or you just sit there trying to receive messages and your mind is thinking about a million things, you're not going to be able to truly pick out what is you, what is your worries, and what is a different frequency. You're also not going to be able to discern what frequency is correct. Okay, so the first things first, you need to quiet the mind. And the best way to do that is through meditation. So here's some tips if you're having issues with meditating, okay? 1, start slowly. Do 5 minutes in the morning time while you just open your eyes. 5 minutes, okay? You cannot tell me that you can't take apart 5 minutes of your day when you could be scrolling on Facebook or Instagram for like 5 hours at a time. So take 5 minutes to just breathe in and out. It doesn't have to be anything extra. All you have to do is make sure you calm the mind, quiet the mind, breathe in, fill your belly, fill your chest up, and breathe out. Breathe out all the worries, all the troubles, okay? We want the mind to be quiet. So you can practice that 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the nighttime. Other ways that he was showing me was through some kind of craft or some kind of hobby or something that you like to do. So some people like to paint. If you go into a deep painting, that is a form of meditation, believe it or not. Music, like high frequency music, nothing with lyrics, just listening to the frequency of music can also help you calm the mind, okay? So it could be multiple different things. So find what works for you. It could even be like just a bath. A good bath can help you out, okay? Until you could just do it on your own. So that's a quick way. Whenever you're gonna pick up tarot or do a pendulum or whatever form, when you want to hear, a message, first things first, you have to take at least 5 minutes to clear and center your energy, okay? The second thing is that you need to find the love frequency. Now, this is why meditation is so important, because we're stressed throughout the day. I mean, we are having a human experience. So we're going to have anxiety, we're thinking about bills, we're thinking about what we're going to cook, what, the whole thing. So when you meditate, you quiet the mind, and then you're able to find the love frequency, okay? So love frequency feels good. That's the best way I could put it. It feels good. You're going to call upon those high vibration love, the universal language of love. You're gonna feel love. If you're having troubles with that, think about your kids, or think about your mother, somebody that you really love. Think about just how that makes you feel. Not them, but how that makes you feel when you see like your little nephew, or when you look at your niece, or a sibling that you're particularly close with. Think about how that connection feels and start from there, okay? That's how you can like bring in the love frequency. And you're gonna know that you are in love frequency when you are feeling good. Love frequency does not feel like fear. It does not feel like anxiety. It doesn't feel no kind of way but peaceful. You have to do it with the love frequency, because that rules everything. That is the universal language, is love frequency. Remember, words were made up by people. That's why you can go to Asia and you cannot communicate at all with someone, because words are so limited. Frequency, energy, however, is universal. You will get the feeling if somebody is good or not. It doesn't matter what language they speak. Okay, so that is the first thing you need to remember. The way you talk to spirit, the way you talk to the universe will be through frequency. Okay, that is why you have to find love frequency, because if you are in fear frequency, if you're scared, then you're gonna get messages from a low vibrational source, because fear is a low vibrational energy. It doesn't feel good to be scared, right? So it's low vibrational. You're gonna know when you're done with the meditating, and when you're done with the love frequency is when you're feeling good. You just feel so good, at peace. Like, oh, okay, my angels came through, my spirit guides, my Orisha, whoever, like, words don't matter, okay? So you can call it God, Goddess, Jesus, Yeshua, Buddha. It doesn't matter. It's the love frequency that matters, okay? The third thing you're going to do is guard your aura. You have to guard your aura, okay? This is very important, because this is going to make all the difference in who or what frequencies and energies you are receiving messages from, okay? So the way that it was being shown to me was sort of like the way I do it. There's many different ways to do it, but maybe you can start here if you have no idea, and then eventually you will like do your own little thing, okay? So how I guard my energy is I envision, okay? You have to envision, because spirituality is pretty much alchemy, which is manifestation, and more than half of manifesting and alchemy entails visualization, right? So the way I do it is I visualize this extreme white, powerful light and energy all around me. So I'm like in some kind of strong bubble of light, okay? And those lights that you put outside, like in the nighttime, you put them out to like kill the insects. So like all the insects are attracted to it, but then they get like zapped away and they die or whatever. That's what I visualize my white light, my energy to be like. That is what I envision. So any insects in the night, any trickster, demon-like energies that try to penetrate will be zapped away. And you have to do it with conviction. And then the next thing you're gonna do is set intention, okay? So setting intention is prayer. That's it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you're gonna set intentions, like you're gonna ask, what do you want to know specifically? Like if you have a specific area in your life that you want to hear messages from, you can ask, like, please guide me correctly when it comes to my work, when it comes to my children, when it comes to my husband, when it comes to me. You can, you set the intention of what you're wanting, okay? If you just want a general message, then just ask them for a general message, something that you may need to hear at the moment, something that you may not be seeing, or something that you already know and need confirmation for, okay? So that is the fourth thing you're going to do. The fifth thing is you're gonna stay open-minded. I know it's not really a step, but it is though, because I get so many people like my clients, or even people like on random Facebook groups or just in general, asking like, I don't know if it's really me, if I'm going crazy. I know my sister's one that's like, she's so gifted, and yet she's always questioning everything, and it takes a while to, like, when it finally materializes what she was hearing and seeing, that she's like, oh, but she doubts herself. And that's because I feel, and that's in general, most people doubt themselves because they're not taking the correct steps. Okay, so listen, not just, I'm gonna read from here to make sure. Listen not just with your ears, and see not just through your eyes. That's a deep one. Gabriel was going in, guys. So that is the final step that he gave. And this is actually also pretty much you receiving messages from your spiritual team. So if you haven't met your spirit guides yet, if you haven't met your ancestors, if you don't really know where you're receiving messages from, because I see a lot of people make the mistake of like taking the tarot cards and worshiping the cards, or worshiping the tool. And it's like, where do you think you're getting those messages from? Okay, because the universe is so beautiful, it's so vast, and there's going to be polarity everywhere all the time. There could be no stars without a black background. It just doesn't happen. There's going to be polarity, and this might trigger some people, but God and the devil are within us. So thinking that you're going to fight this darkness is not about that. Because one of the things that he was like basically telling me that I thought was awesome, like such a cool concept, is that words, okay, I'm getting goosebumps, guys, sorry. Spirit is here. Words, okay, or feelings are not negative. There are no evil feelings, emotion. There's nothing ultimately evil and ultimately good. Okay, so when you feel fear, or when you feel anger, if it's in the wrong situation, then yes, it can feel like like a negative energy, like, oh, that's low vibrational, I can never feel any anger, I should never feel that. That's BS. You have to feel anger, you have to feel fear. You know why? Because if you're in a situation, let's just say you're in a toxic relationship, or you're just just in a random situation, and somebody comes up to you and punches you in the face, are you gonna be happy, peace, love, and rainbows? Just like, yeah, okay, oh, you're gonna do it again? Okay. That doesn't make any sense, right? You need to feel anger in order to set up the boundary and realize, I gotta get out of this situation, I gotta go the other way, I gotta run this way. You need to feel fear when you're walking on the edge of something, to know, if I fall, this could be bad. So there are no real negative emotions and no real completely positive emotions, because how are you gonna look happy at something that's tragic? That doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't be right, right? Like, it's like, you're gonna question somebody who's happy in something that's in a situation that's completely tragic. So always remember that there's no negative emotions and no positive, okay? It's just they have to match the situation. So when you are channeling spirit, when you're trying to understand your spirit guides and meet them, it's not that fear is evil, but it is not the right context to feel those type of feelings. And so you will invite an energy that you might not know how to handle, how to kick out. You might not know that, okay? So first things first, understand that it is from spirit that you are receiving your messages, particularly from your spiritual team, your ancestors that have your back, and then your angels, and that's when they all come through. But the first step in order to channel properly and receive the messages is those 5 steps. That's the first part of receiving messages, okay guys? So I wanted to do something a little bit different here, and I'm basically going to do a pick a pile 1, 2, and 3, okay? And I'm just going to give you some quick advice on maybe where your spiritual gifts lie and what your spiritual team would like you to know at this moment. Okay, so how you can better connect, because sometimes when we're trying and trying and trying and it's not happening, then it's because there's some kind of extreme lesson or there's some kind of situation that we might be in that is blocking us from seeing. So if I'm going through an extremely toxic relationship, it's going to be hard for spirit to penetrate because I haven't elevated myself. Does that make sense? Because remember, they have to lower their vibration a little bit to speak to us. So we have to up in our vibration to speak to them. That way we can meet halfway up in the 4th dimension somewhere. Okay? So pick pile 1, 2, or 3, and I'm going to give you some quick messages on how you can better communicate with your spiritual team and what your gifts seem to be. Okay, guys? So thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
What I would suggest for you to do is to pause the video during this time, because now the time has come for you to practice the 5 steps of this video, nice and easy, just so that you can receive the best and most accurate messages.
Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 1, we're going to see right now where you're at right now, what lessons you're learning, you need to learn. I'm going to pick just one from here. This is also crystals that you can use. And these are the ones that I have written out that is going to tell you more about your gift. All right, so the cards you got is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Then you got the Chariot, spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So this is a crystal that might help you guys. I'm gonna like show you guys and then I'm gonna do an interpretation of them. And then you got group with others. You need energy from different beings and humans. And then dream. Practice guided sleep hypnosis. Keep a paper and pen by the bed to record. Okay, so if you're having problems with spirit, with hearing messages, it is because there's some things in your life that you're holding on to that have no business in your life. Okay, so you know, you're gonna know spiritually if it's maybe like old traditional beliefs. It could be in relationships, it could be a career that's just draining the crap out of you, it could be maybe the foods you're eating. There still needs to be more outside alignment. So it could even be, the feeling I get is like your chakras are just not in balance. Okay, so that is why you're not receiving these messages here. The gifts I get with you guys is definitely your third eye. So you guys are seers. You guys will see visuals. That's what I'm getting with you guys here. And the throat chakra as well is one. So you guys will be able to talk, sing in a spiritual sense the way I'm doing, right? My throat chakra is a gift to me because I'm able to channel and verbalize the images and the frequencies that the universe shows me, so that you know, you guys can see and hear it clearly. Okay, so this group with others, it means like you've just alienated yourself too much. Okay, so A lot of us did that for 2020. We have to cut a lot of ties. We have to be alone in order to find ourselves. But you know, you can't isolate yourself too much. You need to be able to open your heart. Like, yeah, I've been through some stuff, whatever, but you need to be able to open your heart enough to let others in, and to use their energy with your energy and combine that. Okay, so like spirit groups, you know what I'm trying to say? People that think the same as you and you can bounce ideas off of. And then the last one with dream and guided sleep hypnosis, if you're one of the people who has trouble meditating, or if you're still like, you know, thinking about your traditional way of, you know, of spirituality, and it gets to you every time you want to receive messages and you just can't connect, which happens when your chakras are not aligned, the best way to do that is through your sleep. Play some guided meditation, some kind of guided sleep hypnosis in the nighttime while you're asleep, and let yourself set your intention still before bedtime, and let yourself be guided and shown things during that, you know, during sleep. Okay, because for some reason that is just, we all have different gifts, and that's one of yours. So seeing through dreaming and through some kind of talking, singing, is your spiritual gifts. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so that is how you could better connect with your spiritual team, guys. Okay, so for those who chose pile number 2, let's see what you need, why you're having issues right now, what you need more of. Woo, this is a lot. So I'm gonna ask Spirit for one here. So get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. I literally just was doing this whole video is about this. You need to get grounded here. You need to make sure that, you know, you're going outside, because that is something that will be very helpful for you. Okay, there's something about plants and leaves and the ground and the earth and trees that just it just takes away and filters our energy. It filters our chakras. Okay, that's something very, very important for this group. I'm only doing one card, so I'll take that one. Let's see what crystal messages you get here. For those who chose how to, what crystal messages. All right, so this is the one that turned over. You got malachite. Okay, that's beautiful here. So, and I was gonna say that too with this one, with the pink here, is about the heart. You know, pink is the other color for the heart chakra. Okay, so is malachite. So prosperity, there's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So I think that you guys in this one here have kind of like went to the next level a little bit. Like, you definitely know when spirit is near. You definitely are a little bit more advanced. That's what I'm getting here. But your biggest gift is through your heart. Okay, so if you're feeling sadness, if you're feeling anything of that sort, it really affects you. If you feel that, and it doesn't have to be from you, it could be from your mama, your best friend. So in this particularly group, group 1 needed to include people. This group needs to back away from people. You need to release people, because there's some energies around you that are just getting the best of you. Okay, and it could be even social media is a form as well. Okay, so let's see what are like spiritual gifts here for you. Moon cycles, study and use energy of moon. Okay, oh my gosh, and you guys got the same one. You guys got the same one as the other group, which is dream guided sleep hypnosis. Practice, keep paper and pen by the bed to record. Okay, so with this particularly group, it makes sense now, because people who can work with the moon frequencies, which I do, that's why I say goddess Celine, moon goddess Celine. So people who work with that have really, really big hearts, and they are empaths. Highly, highly, highly sensitive souls, okay? So studying the moon cycles every month, you know, we got the new moon all the way to the full moon. If I were you, I would set intention with the new moon. You can light a candle, you could just do a specific prayer. I think lighting candle works best because there's just something about the fire element that is just so magnetic, okay? So that is how you can connect with your spirit guides, okay? That is how you can receive and channel the messages more clearly. You need to work with the moon cycles. There's sometimes the moon is in certain places that it is just not recommended to try to receive and channel, because either we could be highly drained, or it just has this energy that's connected with, like, you know, just low vibrational whatever. You need to study it. You need to study the moon a little bit more, because people who are empaths get affected by the moon cycles as well, big time, especially if the moon is in a certain sign of yours. From your natal chart, it'll really affect you. It can drain you, it can heighten your emotions, it can make you do crazy things, but it can also give you more energy. It can also, you know, blast some ideas for you. So in this, you know, in this this group right here, I would suggest that, you know, get the malachite if you need it, and that's actually also the stone of Arc Angel Raphael. So people in this group, I think you guys need a little bit more healing and kind of backing away. And also, just a quick thing here with this card here is that you should start with your ancestors before you start with your spirit guides for this particular group, because I feel like they really are there with you, your ancestors. And then as the dream guided sleep hypnosis, set intention, the same things that I talked about in the video. Do that, but do it with a guided sleep hypnosis or meditation in the nighttime, okay? So set your intention, find the love frequency, let them know, I want to see my spiritual team, I want to see my ancestors, or I need messages from my ancestors, and then you go to sleep with that, okay? And the rest is history, okay? You will find messages, believe me, okay? Thank you. So for those of you who chose pile 3, let's do this. So even if multiple pop out, I'm only going to choose one of each. Just a quick little energy read here. So let's see what you need to be doing. Why maybe you're having issues with receiving messages, okay? Or why you're having issues with your discernment. Okay, so I'll use the first one that popped up here. So this is fun. So you got play here. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And that's like a big thing too, because when I started my spirituality, I thought like, okay, I am in this whole spiritual realm. I don't need to do my makeup. I don't listen to certain music. I don't really I leave my hair natural. Like, I just kind of went into this whole like ideal of what like a real spiritual person is like a seriousness, and then my spirit guide, one of my spirit guides, the main one, she was like, what are you doing? No. At the end of the day, we don't only have a soul purpose for the collective, we also have one individually, and there's a reason why you're here in this body, like I've said before, and I will continue saying. There's a reason why you're here. So don't forget to get out of the spiritual realm, to just, you know, work, or being too spiritual, or thinking you know everything, or like, you know, thinking like, you know, you're not opening yourself up. Because one thing that spirit is, one thing that God is, whatever you want to call it, remember, love frequency, one thing it is extremely creative. And you cannot be creative if you're just like always serious and stern. When you get creative is when you have fun, you play, you paint, you draw, you put yourself out there, you do some like, you know, just board games, whatever it is, okay? Have fun, dance, move, like don't get so uptight, okay? And then we're gonna look at the crystal messages to see any crystals that may help you connect more clearer with your spiritual team. So you got Moonstone. Oh, I love Moonstone. It is so beautiful and it's really, really powerful. So heighten intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So you guys who picked this group, you are receiving messages. You are channeling correctly. In whatever context you're doing it, you are. Trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. Loosen up a little bit and trust that you are in the right path here. You have all the colors. You have all the colors. This is my strong group spiritually, okay? We all spiritual, you know, we are in different journeys. This group here, I have a feeling that is a lot more in tune, that even if whether you're aware of it or not, you're a lot more in tune than you believe. Because look, you have all the colors here like a rainbow, and then you have all the colors here as well. Like, look at that aura. So your aura is clear. Your aura is ready to receive messages. You are actually already doing that. So maybe you just came on this video for confirmation or whatever, like, but you're definitely an intuitive, a natural. Yes, that is them speaking to you. Yes, that is them showing you that those messages. Yes, that is them, you know. So let's see what popped out here. Confidence. Wow. Self-help work needed. Self-love. Wow. Like, I literally have chills. I was just talking about that. Like, play, trust yourself. All these cards are talking about that. So this group here, it is not an external thing. It's an internal thing that is blocking your intuition. And not even, your intuition is not even blocked. It's blocking your belief. You need to be more confident. You need to like laugh more, play more, enjoy more, be more grateful, be silly. It's okay. Like, spirit loves that. It's an old traditional belief that you have to be serious in church and be like, in order to, that's actually the last thing. And that's one of the things I learned from channeling so much. They are funny. Like, these energies are funny. They love joking around. That's why, like, they say kids are the most open spiritually. How do kids act? They don't sit there and be like all collared up. No, they have fun. They jump on the couches. They just do everything that, like, not by the book. So that is what I'm feeling for you guys. And then in the bottom, clean your house, your space, your body, your room, and your car. So it could be detox or just like cleaning out your space, changing it up for the feng shui. That's a way that helps release negativity. Like, if you feel like uptight or you're feeling like you have a lot on your mind, clean up. That's one of the things I actually do. I like to switch things over because I'm a very visual person. So those of you here, that may be one of your gifts as well. You're a visual person. Listen, this group, you are set. Like, I can't pinpoint a specific gift here because you have all the colors of the rainbow. Like I said, you guys are so gifted. You could pretty much pick what method you want to in order to receive messages from. That's amazing. So get some self-help books. Get that self-love going on. Work on the pink, work on the heart, like, oh, I'm seeing mirror mantra. Stare in your eyes in the mirror and tell yourself, like, I'm confident, I am intuitive, I am a channeler, like, I do receive messages, I am divine, I am a god, I am a goddess. Like, say those type of things because it's gonna help you and it's gonna really, like, help you go a long way. Okay, so thank you so much.